Okay, so when you get back to the yard, you've got about 15 minutes before you've got to pull your next horse out. You want to take your tack off as quick as you can before you wash them down back at the yard. So I'm just literally gonna undo the girth. Don't let it drop down and hit the horse's leg. Pull your martingale out, and then you put your saddle down in a place that's not in the way of everybody else, so to the side, in a safe area so no one's going to trip over it. Take all this off, place that on top of your saddle, keep your bridle on because you're going to need this to wash them down. So I've got a nice wash down bay area here. Good lad. Every yard is different, so you might have a bucket and sponge, or here we're lucky enough to have a hose. Just be careful to not scare your horse with the hose pipe, and if you're having trouble getting your horse into the washdown bay, just get some assistance. The purpose of washing a horse down is to get all the sweat and the mud off their skin so it doesn't go sore. So they don't want to miss a training day if they've got a sore girth. So I'm just washing the saddle area off here. As you can see, my non-slip pad has made a bit of a sweaty mark on his back, so you want to get all of the sweat off so that doesn't give him a sore back. You want to get right up into his girth area, into his armpits and between his legs, because these are really prone to getting kicked back and mud, and that can make them sore. I'm going to wash all the mud off of his legs so they don't get mud fever, and if they've got any cuts they won't get infected then. And I'm just going to spin it around the other way, and then I'm going to swap hands. So I've still got one hand on the reins and my other hand on the hose pipe, and exactly the same this side. If your horse is being tricky, just get someone to hold his head so the horse doesn't run out or move around too much, so you can do a thorough job of washing them off. So we're going to scrape the horse off with a sweat scraper. I tend to use the rubber side because it's a little bit softer. You scrape in the same direction as the hair, so you're not roughing up the skin. This is just to get the excess water off and any last residue to keep their skin in good condition. Right, so now that you brought your horse back into the stable, you're just going to remove the bridle, pulling the leather out of the keepers. Do all of them so then the bridle doesn't get stuck when you're pulling it off over the head. Grab the rein and martingale as one, undo the hood, and then just pull it off in a swift motion over their head. Now that you're taking your bridle off, if it's a cold day, you might want to put a sweat sheet on them. Just check with a senior member of staff. Every yard is different. Other yards, they might take their horse for a pick of grass or let them have a roll in a sand pit, or you might even have to put them on the walker. It's all dependent, so just check with a senior member of staff.